All right, I was driving home from work today. I was thinking about Swoozy's video when he was talking about how he was running from the cops that one time on the highway. Now, I've never had to run from the cops or anything, but I did have 3 run-ins with cops that I just was like, why are you pulling me over? My first one, I was at school, Indiana University, Pennsylvania. I was up there, and I'm driving, and then all of a sudden, a cop starts following me. Now, he didn't have his lights on or anything, you know, he was just driving behind me. I saw him when I passed, and he just proceeded to follow me. So, at first I was like, maybe he's not really following me. So, I kept going. I made a right. Then, he made a right. So then I keep driving. I make a left. And then he makes a left. So then now I'm thinking, maybe he is following me. So I kept going. I made another left and drove up a hill. Now I'm on campus. And I'm on my way back to my room. And then I get near my dorm. I slow down to the stop sign. And the cop puts his sirens on and pulls me over. Now, he had been following me for about 3 or 4 blocks. And I'm trying to figure out, well, what did I do? I wasn't speeding. I didn't run any lights or anything. So what happened? What they pulled me over for was because my headlights were off. You really had to pull me over and take up 20 minutes of my time to run my tags and my ID because my lights were off? Okay. My next story about my cop run-in was here in Philadelphia. Now, I'm driving home from work. All I have to do is drive all the way down Walnut Street. I will stay with my friend. Drive all the way down Walnut Street to 69th Street from 30th Street. And then I'm almost home. I'm like 2 minutes away from home after I get to 69th Street. So I get to about 40th Street and I see cop sirens. I see cop siren lights going off all the way down the street. Had to be at least 50th Street or something like that. So I keep going. I get down to where I see the cop siren lights going off, and I'm like, you know, what could be going on here? So basically, there's a stop light, and I stop right next to where the cops sirens are going off, and I'm thinking, what's happening over there? You know, everybody tries to figure out what's happening over where the cops are. So then the light turns green. I pull off. Cop pulls off behind me. Whoop whoop, and pulls me over. I hadn't driven but a few feet, and the cop pulls me over. Cop comes up to my window. He's like, "You know why I'm pulling you over?" I'm like, "No." So he tells me, "Yeah, you ran a red light." Where did I run a red light? I didn't run any lights. Honestly, don't remember running any lights. You know how if you run a light, you know you ran a light? There's no way I ran a light. But he tells me that somebody saw me run a light, or he saw me run a light back at 40th Street. Now, there are bike cops around there, but what I'm thinking is the bike cops probably saw my car, or thought they saw my car, or gave a description for a car that looks like mine, which is probably what happened, and I ended up getting pulled over. It could have been any car coming down the street, but whatever. I got a $180 ticket for running a red light that I really didn't run, and then I had to pay it. So those were just my cop stories. Can't stand them, but whatever.